the Big Brother Talk Show. I am Gretchen Massey.
And I'm Bunky, and the number for you to call is 323-CBS-1000.
Okay, now as you know, this is a very, very, very big show. It's a show that most of us did not see coming this soon. So, I mean, we saw it just as of yesterday, really, the day before. So this is, nobody's prepared for this. This man has come in like a whirlwind. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we're going to start it right now. Now, I will say, before we introduce him, that since he is not going to sequester, you're going to be able to speak to him directly today and ask him your questions. And he has said he will answer anything. All right, so let's go. It's 323-CBS-1000. And Jase, welcome to our show.
Welcome, Jase.
Oh, look at that.
Let's tear this out.
Yes.
When I say it's on, someone's about to jump off.
So, Jase.
What's up?
How do you feel about being here?
I'm feeling great, because F the whole Big Brother house, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah?
You're a competitor, aren't you?
I'm a competitor, you know, Boogie, Bunky, whatever
It's
you call
Bunky.
it.
Don't call me Boogie. That is the
Bunky.
biggest insult. I even wore my bandana just for you.
Did you?
I'm serious. Do you think I normally walk around looking like this? It's all for you, big guy.
It's a good look. It's a good look. Where'd the monitor go?
Well, you don't need it.
I'm
I know you like
it.
looking at yourself. We don't want you to look at
need
yourself.
it. I need to see it. Come on.
Well, okay, here's something for you to watch, and for anyone at home who possibly missed this. Let's just watch the clip of last night's eviction, and then we'll get right to your call. So, here we go. This is Jase leaving the Big Brother All-Star house.
Wow.
This is insanity to me. It is insanity. The fact that Will is still in the house, the fact that he's playing the same game, it really kind of did shock me.
How does it make you feel?
I just looked so damn good last night. I mean.
Oh, come on, Jase. Tell us the truth. Drop the act. How'd you feel, man? You were cheering up watching that.
You know what? Here's the deal. Real deal, Jase. You know what? Let's bring it. Big Brother 5, I played for myself. Play for yourself, you let yourself down, who cares? You know what? I can pick myself up, I can fight another day.
You don't think you let yourself down, do you?
No, well, no, in Big Brother 5, I didn't care. This time, I was playing for, you know, a 3-year-old girl and her mom that I adore and I'm hopelessly in love with. So,
you think you let them down?
No, I know I didn't let them down, but there's that in thing within me where it's like...
You hate to lose.
For them, but not for me, for them.
You wanted to have gone farther and to win.
I mean,
You're building a life with these young women, right?
I put myself in this horrible, horrible, horrible house. I mean, it's worse than a Turkish prison. You know this.
I'm glad. It's harder this time, so I'm glad I'm not in there with you.
I mean, yeah, it's completely harder. You know, and you're alone, you're isolated. People on TV, they can't even register how horrible that is.
Yeah.
Put myself in that. Why for 500,000? You know, for the jackpot. I mean,
yeah.
that's it. You know, so
it's mental warfare. Mental warfare, isn't it?
It's hardcore. I mean, it's the most. I mean, and it just people don't know how grueling it is in there when you don't.
Is there anybody in the house that you genuinely like?
No.
No.
Who do you really, really hate now?
You know what? It's both. I don't hate it. I don't like.
Who are you really, really mad at?
No one.
That Will didn't make you disgusted hearing what he said?
You know what? Like, those people don't affect me. Like, I have a real life.
Good,
I have a real thing going on. I don't get sucked up into it. Like, Big Brother 5, I didn't keep in touch with anyone because it's
right.
I was on a show to win money. I came back on another show to win money. I don't love them. I don't hate them. Nothing in there is genuine.
Right. You're right.
It isn't.
The friendship isn't genuine. The fighting isn't genuine. It's just what it is.
It's a
I
situation.
know a lot of people felt so nervous when you got angry at the way that they backdoored you.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Now, for me, I didn't find it to be nerve-wracking at all. I was like, finally, here is a moment of honesty of how you actually feel when people do things like that in this game. And everybody glosses over this stuff and keeps saying a lot of crap, like, I respect your Gerda. I was really happy to see an honest, genuine moment.
That's the way I play the game. Like, that's the way I kind of played the game the first time. First time around, I said, look, I'm going to whoop your ass, and I did, and I carried it as far as I could.
Yeah.
This time, like, I would say, you know, people are always like, oh, I love your shoes, or oh, I love. People do that.
Yes.
I don't say your shoes suck. Sorry.
I love your hair.
I mean, I don't know why we got to attack my shoes.
No.
But it's cool.
I'm not talking about your shoes in personal. I'm just saying, like, you know, people, and they play up that whole deal.
And why didn't you use your sexuality to come on to the women or even some of the guys? You could have won over Marcellus. You could have won over me. Okay.
Thank you.
Could you use that?
Thank you, but you know, I'm not gonna
be a Howie. You're not gonna be a Howie.
No, but I mean, it's just like I'm not gonna go that route. I mean, I'm in love.
I love that about you.
It's a game.
Committed guy.
Oh, your season was the first season that we did house calls, so I watched your every move on that season. And then seeing you this season, I
Different
like
guy.
this Jase.
Totally
this is a
different guy.
great Jase. Oh my! But I tell you, you see the real man when he meets and falls in love with the right woman. You really do. I think then you see the genuine person, and you are that awesome dude that I thought you were. Okay, enough of us. Let's go to the calls. We'll try to take them as quickly as possible. Nick in California, you got a question for Jase?
Hey, Gretchen.
Hi.
Hey, Bunky. Hey, Jase. You know, I'm really upset because I wanted to see Will there.
I know, me
But
too.
you know what? I can't. You know, that's done. Jase, I'm really glad that you went out with a bang. You told them what you felt. You didn't go out begging for their vote.
That's right. That's the way I do it.
I just want to ask you, if you had the opportunity, would you go back in right now? And then Gretchen and Jase, you can also say this, and Bunky. What do you guys feel about Janelle winning the HOH again and wanting to put up Diane and get rid of her?
Okay. All right, that was like 35 questions. So let's start with you, Jase.
What was the first one again?
Would you go back in?
Money talks. There would have to be a lot of, like, they'd have to give me 20 grand right now to go back in. 25 grand to go back in.
Like a guaranteed prize for going back in.
Like a check right now handed to me to, like, because I just so want to be with my family and stuff. So
Wow.
they'd have to, CBS would have to cut me 25 grand to go play again.
Wow, it was that hard. That's amazing.
And I'm not good of a player. I'll go in there and rip the ratings out the chain, you know, if I got to.
I gotta admit, you are this. I think you're the sexiest guy that's on the show, and so I'm all seriously. I mean, I don't think Will or Boogie, other than George, he's kind of sexy, but you are the sexiest guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the next question was, how do you feel about Janelle winning HOH? All three of us. I think good for her. She's won two. She wins a lot of games. People can say whatever they want about her, but that girl has got a lot of stamina, and she wins.
The girl has got game. I mean, as far as game is concerned, I'm indifferent. I'm not in the house, so you know, whatever. But,
Gotcha.
Janelle can bring it.
Yes,
I mean,
she can.
and she's the queen bee. She's running the others. So.
Okay, Linda in West Virginia. You've got a question for Jase?
Good morning, Jase. How are you doing?
Good, Linda. How are you?
Good. I'm a big fan. I hope they would ask you to come back. And I really enjoyed your game. But my one other quick question is, should you went to the season 6 and been with them so you would have guaranteed staying a little longer?
Nothing's a guarantee, and from things you see on TV or just on the net. If you watch the live feed, you'll see that as soon as you have a conversation, you walk out of the room, it continues on without you, and they're ready to throw you under the bus. I looked at season 6 as the 4 horsemen, and I was the Marvin, and they were the Santa Monica Band Boys if they would allow me in. I couldn't make it to sequester with those 4 still in the house. That's a losing round because you got 1 with 3 of the votes right there. So they needed broken up. And, you know, if they make it and they're all 4 make it, you know, to sequester and voting, somebody's going to basically be playing for second place, maybe. You know, I mean, whatever. So. Okay,
in Illinois, Brandy, what's your question?
Jase, why did you agree with the nominations? Why did you not send Janelle home week 1? And how long have you been with Heidi?
All the sailors say Brandy. Do I know you, Brandy?
Do you know him, Brandy?
Do I know him?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Brandy from Illinois.
Is your name Brandy?
Maybe.
Who are you talking to?
Did you used to work at Katz?
I can't say that on here, but what were you thinking week 1? I've been rooting for you.
Oh, I don't know. Week 1 strategy, it's kind of bold to take yourself from HOH to, you know, being on the eviction chair, but Janelle may have gone, so.
Do you think that was a mistake winning HOH the first week?
No, I had to win it the first week.
Why?
Just, I don't know. Everybody, Marcellus was even trying to win it the first week. First week, you kind of get that safe. No one wants to go out first.
Right.
I guess so.
Yeah, true. True. Alexis in Vermont, what's your question for Jase?
Hi, Gretchen.
Hi, yeah.
It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
My question is for Jase. I was wondering if you felt you owed Janelle, and better yet, her family, an apology for that rap you did of her on Friday night.
Wait, her family an apology for what?
You did a rap that was bad?
I did a pretty
negative rap.
Wait,
negative rap.
Were these the middle of the night raps when you guys woke up? I only saw Chicken George's.
Were you drunk?
Was your rap pretty bad?
I did you know what, who was this from, where, Vermont?
Yeah.
Wherever you're from, and where was he from?
It's gone now, but it was,
are you going to apologize to Janelle
big
parents?
fan from over there.
I'm absolutely going to apologize to Janelle's
Janelle's
family and friends, and it was just taken out of, you know, you're in the house,
you're in a mood,
and you're in a weird place, and I thought that she was coming at me. Well, she was coming at me. She's the one that agreed we got to get Jase out of there. So she's not my friend. She's whatever, and I was venting, and I vented to America. And is it some? Yeah, I said some very bad things, and it was just, it's a rap. Rap songs are all about, you know, gangsters and hoes and whatever they are. So
you're right. Everyone in a rap song is
I was
a hoe.
wrong. I was wrong, and I admit when I was wrong, and that I do apologize.
All right, fair enough. Going back to Vermont, this is Alyssa. Alyssa, you've got a question for Jase?
Hey, Gretchen. Hey, Jase. How are you both?
Hi.
Hey, Jase. Why'd you lose your cool? You were doing a totally new Jase from Big Brother, from BB5, and you just lost your cool. You could have brought this game. You could have won that game. Why'd you lose your cool?
I lost my cool after I was backdoored.
I know you got backdoored, but James didn't even want to originally vote you off. He didn't even want to put you on the chopping block.
Well, but he did. But he was going to, and it was getting ready to go down. So I'm you know, don't wake a sleeping bear. And I will toss a fire extinguisher all day long if you want to call me out and try to play, whatever. Hey, I was cool, but until they brought the heat, you know, so then it's on.
It did put James in a really awkward situation. Those of us that have been able to see the whole show and all the stuff. And I will say for him, it doesn't matter because, like you said, when it came down to it, he still broke his word with the agreement you guys had. And I tend to agree with you on this because I want to see people in there that really are strong competitors because it does make it more exciting as it goes along. And so I thought it would have been cool. But James had everybody turning against him and saying, you have to do it this way. And he couldn't seem to get through to them. So for whatever it's worth, just in terms of the dudeness connection that may or may not have been there, he definitely tried. But I guess he didn't try hard enough. Jeremy in Illinois.
Hey, Jase.
What's up, Jeremy?
And I thought they would go a lot farther than he did. I have three short, simple questions for you.
Three.
Number one, had you thrown your temper tantrum and say they didn't put you on a chopping block last night and you got the HOH instead of Janelle, who would you put up for eviction and why? And second of all, if you were James and say Janelle threw that hissy fit instead of you, would you go ahead and put her up on the block, or would you just gone after more of Chilltown? That's my question.
If I would have won HOH, here's what would have went down if I would have pulled myself off the chopping block. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Hit us with it.
I would have put up Janelle and Howie. I would have said, Janelle and Howie, you are both going to be competing for the veto competition. I'm going to be competing for the veto competition as well. However, I'm not going to win it. My job in the veto competition is to distract the two other people playing for the veto competition to slow them down so that one of you two is going to win the veto competition. Then you're going to use your veto on yourself if you choose to, knowing that I'm going to then put James, backdooring James, on the block so that he could be sent out.
That's how
you would have told them that you were going to put James up?
During the key ceremony, I was going to announce all of that.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
that
it is.
Nice to
and
watch.
that is revenge in the fullest, and that's where I was coming. So, Big Brother 6, you made the right move.
Good point.
Vito in New York, you're on with Jase.
Jase, you would have backdoored James just like he did you, so you're a hypocrite in a way.
Listen.
Why did Kesar tell you you were being put up? That's the first time I ever heard that before the nomination ceremony.
Let me just intercede here, Vito. Let me bounce this off of you is, what I'm trying to say is, no, I'm not a hypocrite because the minute that I shook James's hand in the HOH, if you saw that, and the minute I shook Kesar's hand, we had a deal. Hold on, Vito. Manito from New York. The minute that I made the deal with them, and then they went and they called Dr. Will and Boogie up there, that made our deal null and void because we shook hands. There's no need to have more meetings after that. So then, he broke the word first if you think about it. Done.
So shaking hands seals the deal?
Shaking hands seals the deal. He went and tried to make a better deal out of it after we already shook hands. Where I come from, you look a man in the eye, you shake his hand, it's done.
Where I come from, you look him in the eye and kiss him.
And then it's done?
Kiss him on the lips, that seals the deal.
Tammy, California, you are on House Calls, the Big Brother talk shows, talking to Jase.
Hi, Jase.
Hi.
I want to know why you didn't go out with a bang. I was really proud of you when you took your stand out in the backyard.
I like this girl. I like you.
And called James out and just basically, called him a pussy.
See, I like her.
Called Marcellus out, too.
Yeah, which I really liked, I must say. Sorry, Gretchen.
That's okay. You guys don't have to keep apologizing to me if you don't like Marcellus. I promise. It's totally cool.
I really think you should have kept it going and went out with a bang. Let them all know how you felt and...
See, she's for real.
Oh, you think he shouldn't have even calmed down?
Just keep going.
See, and you know what? And this lady appreciates good stuff going down. And, people are like, oh, why'd you flip out? Why'd you throw the fire extinguisher? Did you not enjoy watching it? Did you not enjoy me throwing stuff?
It was so real.
No, it was real. And you know what? And then there becomes a approach where I'm leaving, and it's like, I don't care anymore. But when that little brief moment when you still do care, wreck the place.
Yeah.
And, hey, and... My buddies at home are like, Jase, you should have just destroyed the set on your way out. I know they're thinking that. So,
right.
But she gets it. She gets it. People, you're watching a television show, and if people throw stuff and overreact and get a little crazy, you enjoy watching it. Don't lie and act like, oh, why'd you flip out?
Yeah, see, I'd like to see more meltdowns, less hugging and kissing.
Yeah, less.
I don't like the fake hugging and kissing.
How about a season of just people that just float? How fun is that? A bunch of Erikas just floating around in the backyard. Boy, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I like more meltdowns. Anything they can do to get people to show some of their personality and a little bit of spunk. Laura, in Nebraska, you've got something to say, don't you?
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Bunky. You guys look great this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question to Jase is, of the 4 Big Brother 6 players, which person do you see turning on the group first? And by the way, I'm sorry to see you go.
Thank you for that. And I think they're all collectively figuring out how to turn on each other. James is already kind of branching off, and Janelle's branching off with the Marcellus thing, and they're all waiting for the meltdown and hoping that they have something else to cling on to, because when you're in a big alliance like that, there's going to take some hits, and hopefully you've got some people to hang with in the end.
When do you think they're going to start devouring themselves? Because that's when it's all over.
The thing of it is they're like, as far as alliance goes, they're the alliance that is like the weakest alliance ever. Like, they don't have that hardcore bond, or there's no leader really. There's like 4 people all second guessing each other.
Right. That is true. There isn't one specific leader.
Kesar's a little bit of a leader, at least in his own mind.
Yeah. They passed the torch, it seems like, at least between Kesar and James, it looks like. But then Janelle has a big influence too. The only one who really doesn't is Howie.
And Howie's the idiot savant or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of Janelle,
I want to know what you think about Howie after. No, you go ahead. No, you
Speaking
please.
of Janelle, I want to ask you real fast. When you were head of household the very first week, did you two sleep in the same bed together?
No.
Well, how am I supposed to know? He's like, no. Why didn't you?
I'm a committed guy.
Well, yeah, I've been committed before too, but.
But did they give you guys 2 beds?
In the head of household?
No, it was 1 bed, and then I slept downstairs in the bug room.
Oh, okay. You didn't sleep up there with her. You gave her...
I gave all the bad things I said about Janelle. I gave her the HOH bed the whole time.
Nice of you.
She had the nice comfy bed. I slept on the horrible spring
Yeah.
things.
Wow.
So, the rap was out of line. I admit that, and I'm sorry, and I apologize.
You were upset.
I was upset, venting.
Got to get it out. I cried.
And
he
it's
raps.
done. It's done. All right, we're going to take a really quick break. Do not go anywhere. We will be back with your calls. You are listening to Big Brother. No, you know what? We're going to take a break. You're listening to House Calls, the Big Brother talk show, only at CBS.com.
Word.
Welcome back to House Calls, the Big Brother talk show. I'm Gretchen Massey. This is Bunky, and with us is the most recently evicted house guest from Big Brother All-Stars. We have Jase here. Everybody's familiar with Jase, the Jase face, all
the
things
Jase face. I forgot. Do you know about the Jase face? You haven't seen it yet, have you? The episode where it's America, do the Jase face.
And everybody does their best to do the Jase face.
You spent a lot of time on that hair, bud. Would you have shaved your head for the power veto?
I absolutely would have.
You would have? No.
Okay, because I was like, if he didn't bail out with the veto thing, there's no way you would shave your head.
That beautiful hair, you would have shaved it?
I wouldn't have done it for George, but if I was on the block and it was my time to go,
you would have done it.
I'm a veto player.
Yeah.
If it requires shaving your head or your testicles or whatever you got to do,
I do it all the time.
I'm down. So.
Would you have kissed me on the lips to?
Now it's just getting weird.
But it's getting exciting. He has limits.
If this is one of your first times tuning in or listening, you can find House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show, at CBS.com Monday through Fridays, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And if you do not have the 24/7 live feeds, let me tell you, that's where the real show happens. So you're already logged on to the right place to be. Stay right here and just click on the feeds and sign up, because let me tell you, that is where all the action goes down.
Got to get the feeds.
That's how we could have seen his offensive rap. But then that's the other problem. You have to both get the feeds and then get rid of your job and give up everything you've ever done and just sit there glued to it. You do, because you always miss something, I swear.
That's true.
Amy in Alaska, you're on House Calls.
Hi, Jase. Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Bunky.
Hi.
I just wanted to know, last night when you were getting evicted and before you were even voted out, and you kept saying that you were going and you wanted Diane and Danielle to walk you to the door, and then you found out it was a 9-0 vote. How did that make you feel when your two friends that you thought were your friends and your allies voted you out also?
It goes with game playing. I knew that their votes didn't go for me. I knew that I was leaving. I knew that the House voted unanimous. I knew that Diane and Danielle needed to vote with the herd so they didn't look like they stood out. So that's just the way that all shakes out.
So no personal feelings when you heard the vote?
No, I mean, I would have voted with the herd too,
right.
had it been.
Yeah, it's strategy. You're staying in the house, you got to cover your butt.
You're staying in exactly.
Okay, I'm going to do my prediction here. As you know, at the very beginning of the season, I predicted who was going to leave based on nothing at all. Now, so far, I've really not been close. But I have a feeling, nope. Well,
this is when you thought Jase was going to be evicted. What week?
Yes.
And this is week 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is week 3?
Week 11.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Week 11.
That's an honor right there.
Because I felt like I know my man Jase. I watched his every move on season 5. I really thought that this was going to be the ones that was at least close. This isn't even close. This whole little segment's turning into quite a humiliation, I have to admit. It really is. It's getting worse and worse.
I have to ask you real quickly, is Jase short for Jason?
It is. And
how'd you get that nickname?
You know what? I think this is Jase's final ride. I think I'm 30. I think I'm going to be Jason.
That is so funny, because I tried to lose Bunky. When I consider myself a Big Brother All-Star reject, and backup gay guy, and I said, okay, Bunky's done. And my emails, I'm signing them Bill and everything, and then I get called from House Calls, and it's like, I got to go back to being Bunky again.
Got to go back to being Bunky. Yeah, I think, just the Jase, the whatever.
You're ready to be, you're Jason.
I'm like a phoenix flying out of the ashes, leaving all this behind me.
There you go. Bigger and better things.
Right.
Beautiful. Well, Mike in Ohio, have you got a question for Jason?
Yeah, I was wondering if he thought Kaser was at fault, because it seemed like that Kaser was going against what everybody, he wanted to start the catalyst going. So I'm wondering if you think that he started the catalyst, got you upset, and in turn got you evicted.
I don't know. I think Kaser's. I don't really, like I said, like my perception of it all is like diluted. I don't really know. I think Kaser's a really nice guy. Gaming-wise, though, he's pretty shrewd and cutthroat. So I don't know. I haven't really saw anything, but he could have thrown me under the bus or whatever. But
can we talk about Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Absolutely. It was a great movie.
Wasn't it? I loved it. It was very hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, you have to. I mean, did it exist? I think it didn't. I think you guys
love it. I love it. I heard there was a whole segment.
It's all about that now. There's so many conspiracy theorists out there. We all want to know. I personally think it didn't happen. But then you guys caught wind of the own rumors and thought, oh, let's run with this. It's interesting.
See, this is a woman that knows. Had I talked to Diane prior to going to the Big Brother house? Absolutely. Had I talked to Janelle? Had I talked to an array of other house guests? Had all the other house guests talked to each other? Did we all say that we didn't? Of course. Did we send text messages? Did we have
Bunky's the rule follower.
I followed the rules.
See where that gets you?
Yeah.
See where that gets you?
Doesn't even get you in the freaking house.
Kids. So, Diane and I, like in a brief conversation, I think it was maybe mentioned, yeah, we'll call ourselves Mr. and Mrs. Smith, ha ha ha, don't really even, maybe, and I think kind of talked about it a little bit. And her roommate kind of blew that up, and then her roommate called all these other house guests saying Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I guess Allison was involved, and So yeah, the alliance that did it or did it not exist. I caught wind of it myself, the naming and all that, and then but Diane and I kind of talked about it, but
okay. It wasn't some huge thing that was set in stone that you guys were
no, because in the house
aligned.
after they asked me in the diary room, I was like, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith, is this down? Is this? But we all had like Janelle and I had a conversation that said her and I to the final two. So it's like whatever everybody said on the outside, you know that everybody was, of course I'm going to say, yeah, me and you to the final two. So everybody had that. So once you got in the house, then the real game actually started.
Right, okay, I gotcha. There you go, everybody. Straight from the Jase's mouth. So now I guess we can drop the Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing until Diane gets out. Then we'll hammer her and see if she tells us a different story. But, yeah, I really never believed it. But people will take any tiny thing and use that to sort of support their theory. Because at one point during the show, I believe in the very beginning, you say something to Diane like, you look like Angelina Jolie.
Right, because...
Whoa, boy, that just, like a wildfire. It was like, but he said Angelina Jolie, but he said he looks like her, but she has brown hair, but I don't even know, but sometimes and then, like, everything lights up and people freak out. It's very exciting.
Job done.
Oh, you wanted that to happen?
Kind of.
Oh.
I mean, like, I knew the thing, so I knew to throw that out there.
Sneaky.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even have picked up on it. I'm so clueless. I'm like George.
See, I'm like such the whatever that I'll even throw you clues, you know, to see if.
Wow.
Right, to mess with you a little more.
That's the way I roll.
Okay, what we have right now is the Super Pass questions of the week. Now, as you know, you can ask your questions through Real Networks, which provides the 24/7 live feeds. And one of the perks of having the feeds is that if you can't get in on the lines, they select a few questions, send them over to us, and then we ask them for you. So this comes from Emily, right here in Los Angeles. She says, Jase, if you had the chance, would you have shaved your head in the last POV competition?
Absolutely.
We already asked that.
Absolutely
Sorry,
not. No way. Change of answer.
Okay.
Now you're not going to cut the hair.
No, I would have.
You would have.
We know this.
Okay, so now let's, this is from Brenda. Why did you seem to turn against Janelle? You didn't have a problem with her the first week. I wish I could elaborate on that, but that's all the question says.
We were co-HOHs, so, you know. Actually, I wish I would have turned on Janelle the first week, and I wish that I would have went big and bold in Jase fashion.
Right.
And said, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to make an agreement with you. Let's go on the block together.
Danielle's idea? You wish you had taken Danielle's idea?
It was actually kind of my idea. I floated that off Allison. Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, it was kind of me. I was like, if I don't come to an agreement, Allison and I kind of have to talk about it because, truth be told, I missed with the meteor. I don't know if that came across on the show, but I was gunning for Janelle.
Oh.
Yes.
And I hit Allison.
Yes.
It was the first time I ever catapulted a 50-pound meter, and I wouldn't. my trigonometry or geometry was off, and you know, so I hit the wrong target.
Blonde.
Wrong blonde.
Evan in Canada, you're on House Calls.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
My question for you is that do you think that if you didn't have an agreement with Chilltown, that James would have kept you in the game?
No, I think that might have been an excuse. Why vote out the third wing in Chilltown?
I know.
Chilltown is two guys that have matching T-shirts and Jase.
Exactly.
I mean, whatever. And one of them's Dr. Will. Come on, people.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that those two are not up there together. Seems like the easiest thing to do. One of them has to go, and you begin to chip down that alliance.
Yeah, I've said it from day one. Going into the house, my strategy would have been, who's won this game? Lisa, Will? Okay, Lisa didn't make it in the house. Will, he's the only one that's won the game. He's proven that he can win $500,000. I say he goes first. Who's come in second place? Who's won $50,000? Okay, well, they've proven that they're pretty good, and they can make it close to the end or the total end. Why you guys have not done that, have you? I mean, who's come in second place that's still in the house?
Well, Allison is gone.
Did she come in second place?
Danielle came in second.
Oh,
Danielle came in
that's right.
second place.
Danielle's still
You guys
there.
don't see them as a threat. Who do you think's going to win? Who's going to win the
Are you
money?
kidding me? You don't even know. No one knows. It's a crapshoot.
I think it's
I think it's Will. I think Will's going to go to the
He
end.
thinks Will is going to go to the end.
Did he control your mind?
No, Will could not control my mind.
Did you see what he was doing?
I was, every day I got better at seeing Will's game.
Good,
Right.
good.
Because it is such an obvious game, but it seems like something happens where certain people that are closest to him don't see the game.
When it's happening to you and
Or-
you're on the inside,
I
it's
never met
hard.
Will.
I saw Will doing a thing that was brilliant just a couple days ago, where he was in the kitchen talking to talking to Boogie.
Yes.
And the whole conversation was working Janelle, where she was just in the room, like over listening.
Yes.
His whole spiel was working Janelle, and
Right.
I was like, he's good.
Yeah.
He is good.
Because he was like talking with Bunky, but it was all set up for
Boogie,
her.
Booger,
whatever.
It's hard.
And he was talking with Boogie, and the whole deal was to work Janelle
Right.
while she was just kind of over listening. It was brilliant. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
knew what he was
He is
doing.
good. Well, Bunky has me starting to freak out about Will because I know you lived with him during your season.
9 weeks.
But he keeps telling me these things, and they get worse and worse. I mean, even things, because I've never met him.
You don't want
Saying
him
things
sitting
like,
here. You do not
when
want
he
him
comes
sitting
on,
here.
he's gonna do this, and he's gonna ruin the show. You never know, and like he's got mind control powers, and it's a bizarre phenomenon to me.
Some
but no
people-
one's standing up to him.
I'm surprised. I'm just surprised. I hate you. You're going to eat slop.
Kazar's
and
afraid of
Coach-
him, I think.
Coach- Yeah, people are. Do you think people are afraid of him in there?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Peter in Canada, you're on House Calls.
Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Bunky. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Jase, I wish I wasn't talking to you. I want to know, when you made your agreement with the Big Brother 6 people, what possessed you to go downstairs and tell Danielle and George and the floaters that you were now going to put them up instead?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember that either.
You were in the backyard, and you told them basically that you made an agreement with the Big Brother 6 people. You shook your hand on it. You're a man of your word.
And that he was going to come after floaters next.
Yeah, that's what you told them you were going to do.
This happened after he got wind that they were going to put him up, backdoor him, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You were already on the nomination chair, and then you went up and talked to them, and you shook hands with them.
Yeah, and then I went down there because actually I'd learned, like, other than what you didn't see on the show, like, that deal had kind of already fallen through with those guys, so...
I mean, was C6?
Yeah. So it's just... Is there any cool alliance names this year? Does anybody got a...
Seasick?
That's
Nothing.
It? Nothing.
Nothing. There's Chilltown.
There was Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That
Mr. and
was
Mrs.
it.
Smith, that was it. And then there's nothing. There's nothing. There's
Chilltown and
C6,
C6
they call
and
It's not
Floaters.
even a cool name. Wow.
None.
What
And
a
I know we're
sad-
waiting for the names to come out.
Sad.
The wildest guy in the show, to me, is Chicken George. How do you feel about Chicken George?
Chicken snores, chicken floors?
Yes. Yes.
I
The
don't know.
chicken man.
I think he's working America. I think his little, his tearing and his whole little bit about second chance or whatever, I think that was a little showy. You know, I think maybe a couple more acting lessons, he might have had that down, but I think...
You're one to be talking about acting lessons. Come on, you don't think he was sincere about some of that?
There was some sincerity
Okay.
there,
A
but
little bit from
he
the heart.
just laid it on a little thick. Little thick. I called him out. It was some acting. There was some acting going on there.
You called him out on
No,
in
I'm
the house?
calling,
Oh,
I'm
you
calling him out right
now.
now.
Okay.
I'm saying he was just a little showy.
Yeah.
He needs to
I
downplay
think
that.
I just am amused by any grown man who makes things out of tinfoil, because I like to do that too. And the fact that he wears his crazy ghetto shirts and things and like costumes.
Mr. Fart. I mean,
like it.
Mr. Fart.
Yes.
Oh, no, you're one to be talking about people doing crazy things on TV. I mean, you did some crazy things on your season.
I
The
did.
Four Horsemen were totally out of control.
God, I miss the Four Horsemen. You know
Those
what?
were the
Did you ever
days.
think you'd hear me say that?
No.
Not the Four Horsemen, but the Four Horsemen concept. I missed that.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah.
Emily in North Carolina, you're on House Calls.
Hey, all.
Hi.
Jase, I'm so bummed that you got voted out last night. I was really hoping you'd rock the house.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But my question is, how come with all the so-called floaters, there was enough of y'all to get together and actually Chilltown and Seasick just take them both out? Why didn't y'all get together and do that?
See, floaters are scared to play the game. Floaters are there to float. That's what they do. They like Erika. Erika's a sweet girl and whatever outside the whole deal, but she's a hardcore floater, and she won't make a decision until she knows where everybody's going. She doesn't want to make anyone mad. She wants to be everyone's friend. I hate that style of play. I mean, I hate it. Floaters won't commit, whatever. That's why I love to go after floaters. Like, get you out of the game so that I can, in weeks to come, I'll play someone that will play, that deserves to be there, not just kissed ass the whole way through, you know?
Right.
Well, I would have been a floater. But let me just defend some of the floaters for a second. You take someone like me, am I going to get in your club? I'm not cool enough, Jase, to be in your club. And I'm gay, so you don't want me to be in your club. And Chilltown, I'm
Gay has
obviously
nothing
not
to do
cool.
with it.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Do you have a lot of gay friends back in Illinois?
No.
No, okay. It has something to do with it. And so Chilltown, calling the boy out. Just kidding. And Chilltown, I'm obviously not cool enough for Chilltown, so I wouldn't have fit in. C6, I wouldn't have fit in, so I would, by default, have to be a floater.
Are these
I got no
floaters
choice.
social rejects is what you're saying?
Yes, I am not. George is. Erika, you're right. You're right with Erika. And Danielle also. She doesn't want to choose, you know what I'm saying? She could
Danielle-
get in. She could get
Danielle's
in
like-
cool with people if she wanted to.
Danielle's ultimate floater, though. She, like, works
all of
every
them, yeah.
group. She's like the liaison of all the groups.
Yeah.
She's like the mama in the house. Like, you go to Danielle. She's like in the prison yard. Danielle's like the one where you go and you're like, can I get some crack? And Danielle's like, I'll get that for you. Let me know. And then she's over here and she's like, hustling you some crack. And then she comes back. She's like, I got your
Cigarettes.
crack, but I will cut you if you come at me. We didn't have conflict. So that's Danielle's whole.
She's in charge of the Twinkies.
She's
and
running
the
She's going to the Mexican gang, getting the weed, then she's giving it to the Nazis over here. Like, she's got it all, going down. So
Is there anyone you haven't offended? Any group?
I'm sorry
I
if
would
I
love to
offended
see
you.
prisoners play this game. Maybe like lock them up in just one isolated cell or something.
Yeah, because Big
Explore
Brother-
those personalities.
Big Brother is worse than prison. Because in prison, you get conjugal visits, you get cable TV. You don't get any of that stuff in Big Brother.
Prison rules. HOH competition this week is a good old-fashioned knife fight.
Yeah, and you got to make your shiv yourself out of
Right.
a tennis shoe and a gum wrapper.
Tied together with somebody else, like in that Michael Jackson video.
Yeah.
Like that,
Okay, let's take one quick call before we take a break. Let's go to Texas and talk to Andrea. You're on the air.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How you
Sorry
doing?
to see you go, Jase.
Thank you.
But I have to ask, how is it backdooring if you were able to play for Power Veto and you quit?
Okay, let me just break this down.
Well, and let me also say, I think that Big Brother's done a good job this year in making it random so that there is less backdooring.
Okay, James and I had the whole little integrity talk about our words, and then two, I'm not gonna give up my veto for next week. Did you see it? Remember that? I'm not gonna give up my veto for next week's competition to save myself this week when it's actually George on the block, so that next week I can go up on the block and have no veto.
And
See how that all shakes out?
when the veto competition happened, Jase had no idea
That he was going to
that
get put
James
up.
was going to do that.
Right. So.
I mean, you didn't, did you? I didn't see it
No,
coming.
I didn't see it
So
coming.
that's the whole
Nobody
backdooring.
saw George win. Nobody imagined George winning, I don't think.
No,
I
no.
didn't.
So this time I got 9-fingered.
Yes.
That's got to hurt.
9-fingered. I went from 6 fingers to 9 fingers in 2 years.
And we just went down
The
into
diameter.
the gutter now.
The diameter.
So, we're going to take a real quick break. I'm going to elevate the show in here out of the gutter, and we're going to come right
We're
back
gonna
with
spit
your calls.
iron demons.
You are tuning into CBS.com, and you're watching House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to House Calls. We're going to go right to your phone calls, 323-CBS-1000. Let's start with Kathy in California. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jase. I'm so sorry you got evicted. My question is, when on like day one, when you went into the house and you all figured out there was 4 from season 6, there was 3 from season 5, why the season 5 people didn't pull together and grab someone like Danielle and be even with season 6? It was like there was,
That's
Why
a smart
didn't they do
strategy.
that? Why
That's
didn't
a
they
smart
do that?
strategy, yeah.
Well,
It's hard to say.
yeah, it's just, it shoulda, coulda, woulda, but
Right.
actually I wouldn't have done that anyway because I did have kind of a side thing, I think, with Nokomis and Diane, and Danielle's a floater. That's Danielle's game. You can't make other people play different games than they want to play.
Right.
La, la, la. And Queso won HOH, so the power goes there. If Diane would have won HOH week 2, would have been with Nokomis, would have voted out season 6. All comes down to a crapshoot.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Well, Jase, do you want to talk to another very important woman in your life? Your
Is that my mom?
Your mother?
No.
What?
Oh, no.
I
You
can't
are
not
going
take
to talk.
your mom's
Take the
call.
mom. Take the mom call. You cannot reject your
I
mother.
wanna talk to
Take it.
mom.
I want to talk to mom.
Hello, Jase's mom.
Hi, Jase's
We're
mom.
keeping you anonymous.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Bunky.
Hi.
Hi, Jase. What do you mean you're not going to take your mother's phone call?
No, well, we haven't talked yet, so I thought I might be hearing it live right here, like, the rapping incident.
I just wanted to tell you that I'm very proud of you. And also, if you'll remember our conversation about don't talk to Dr. Will, stay out of the same room he's in. He's good, isn't he?
Well, I mean, do you think you really played me, though? I mean...
I think you caught on. I think you knew. But
I mean,
also,
yeah, go ahead.
and then I wanted to tell you that I watched the live feed, but James did fight for you tooth and nail. I mean, he fought hard to keep you in. So I just wanted you to know that.
It was Janelle, right, the whole time, or...?
Janelle and Case are both.
See, so is my rap really that bad when I'm like, whatever?
With Janelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was thinking, oh, my God,
I'll spank him for you, Mom.
Okay, thank you, Bunky.
Mom said I can spank you, Jase. I love your mom.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell you I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank
That's
for what?
nice.
Third? That's a mom right there, huh?
I'm proud of you, too, man. You made it in the house. I didn't even make it in the house.
Yeah, well, you got this gig.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not bad.
Lisa in New York, you're on House Calls. Have you got a question for Jase?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jase. I just wanted to let you know that I am so sorry that you're off.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
And I can look at your face all day, the Jase face.
Everybody
My
loves
quick
the Jase
question
face.
is, why do you think if the other people, floaters that they call them, gets head of household, do you think they will use them? They will put the season 6 up? Do they have the nerve to do it?
That's a good question. Like, I feel like someone like Erika is going to definitely tank competitions and say she's not, but she really is.
Yes.
Danielle, I don't know. She might try to, I think she's tied with Jim. I don't know. It's just so, you just don't know. It's Big Brother.
I know.
You would like to say, but as soon as you say, you're wrong. Like, she thought I'd be out week 11.
I know.
I'm out week 3.
I know. This game, it really is a hard game to wrap your brain around, and it does change. And the one thing
It changes, but, people, I don't know if people know this, but between Will and myself, it bounced back. The unanimous vote bounced back. I'm staying. Will's staying. I'm staying. Will's staying. Back and forth. Danielle came to me like, Jase, you're good. You're going to be good. And she comes back, Jase, you're in trouble.
Wow.
You know, whatever. Then she comes back again, Jase, you're going to be good. And, like, the votes, people were changing, flopping, switching around. So.
And that's got to affect you emotionally. I mean, that's a
I'm like, yes,
roller coaster.
I'm like, yes, I'm going home. I'm staying.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going home. No, I'm staying. Like, so.
Yeah.
I get to have sex finally.
Oh.
I know that this show is so difficult, and that's why you can never predict anything. Because there is a high school element
Yeah.
in that whenever somebody says something, no one's out there checking their facts. No one thinks. They hear one piece of gossip, and they run with it, and they go to somebody else. And each time they pass it along, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then before you know it, like you say, unanimous, you've all unanimously now completely changed your point of view.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. It's like a game of hearsay.
What do you think about if you walked in Big Brother day one and you said, I'm only going to talk in the diary rooms. I'm glad to be here. This is the last time you're going to hear me talk. I am the silent one. Burnt. And you don't say anything to anybody the whole time?
Jase.
Very interesting strategy.
If I ever grow some balls and try to go on that show because I'm afraid of being in the house, I will go in as a mime.
Just be like,
I'll
shake
do it.
hands and just be like, I'm not talking this point forward.
I don't speak.
Hey,
I know.
If
You're
everybody
right.
else knows you're not talking, you're not spreading stuff.
You're not
That's
doing
right.
anything.
That's
You know
right.
what? I think I would do that. And I don't even care if America hates mimes because I'm tired of the bad rap mimes get.
That's what I'm saying.
You couldn't rap as a mime.
No. Alessandra in Canada, you're on House Calls.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Jase. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. First off, I'm really sorry that you left. You were definitely one of my favorites.
Thank you.
But I just had a little question. I guess James kind of lied, since you guys shook hands and then you kind of got backdoored.
Mm-hmm.
But remember when you went upstairs and then you sort of said to the Big Brother 6, if they keep you in, that you won't go after them?
Mm-hmm.
Was that were you being honest, or was that just just trying to keep you back in the house, and if you went HOH, you'd go after them?
I was being honest. When I looked them in the eye, I shook their hands. I was being honest, and in my mind, we have a deal, and I would have upheld that until 15 minutes later, they're having a deal with Will and Boogie. Right after the fact that I just had a meeting, we shook hands, we made a deal. That made my deal null and void. So if their deal didn't work out with Will and Boogie, even though they were still feeling out to see if they could make a better deal, my deal's off. So I'm coming after you and I'm explaining that. You shook my hand and yet you went behind my back and tried to make more deals.
Right.
So it was shame on them.
What's the worst thing about being in the house?
Every aspect. What name it. You can't sleep because your bed sucks. You got to have these boring conversations with people that you don't like. There's so much ass kissing in there. Lipstick goes out by like the tube a day. Just everything. I just hate everything about being in the house. It's worse than a Turkish prison.
Even the swimming pool?
Swimming pool's horrible.
Hot tub.
It's full of urine.
What? For who, Howie?
Probably.
That's my guess.
Did you see Howie's underwear at all? You guys seeing some of that stuff? Like
Because his shorts are always hanging
no, he's got
off?
like the underwear that's like cut up hot. I mean, I don't even know
Oh
what
no,
kind
I
of
haven't
underwear
seen
they
it.
are.
I haven't seen it.
Is that on the live feed?
I just know that the Jedi thing has gotten even more out of control.
That's so high schoolish.
And poor Howie, I think, is a big loser outside this house.
If Howie was like 19 and maybe late bloomer puberty still, like you
Yeah.
might get it, but just the whole shtick.
I
just-
know. It's
I
kinda-
mean-
it's-
I mean, homie, you're pushing towards 40.
It's pretty sad.
Is he really?
Well, I mean, he's like 35. I mean, 36.
Oh, he's halfway there.
Yeah.
Well, at 35, it's plenty to have packed up your lightsaber
Saber.
or whatever. I mean, it really is. Let's just be honest. I
Note
mean,
to self: back up your life.
Yeah.
Saver at 36.
or have a kid and play with your son, and all of a sudden you
Yeah.
look normal again.
Yeah, Howie's funny though. I mean,
Yeah, but he is. He's a total buffoon.
I
Do you
mean,
get along
yeah.
with him? Is he the sort of guy you would hang? Would you go have a beer with Howie?
Yeah, would you?
I wouldn't hang with Howie outside the house, but in the house, he's like someone that was a definite character. No,
Yeah,
I would
he's
not
good.
hang out with a. No, I would no.
And why is he coming on to Will? What do you think, real quickly? What do you think about Howie coming on to Will? Is that strategy, or is Howie just a freak?
Howie's just trying to be funny. I think it's part of his whole funny bit.
Just funny.
So he's just playing. him?
But Howie, I think he is kind of closet bisexual.
I think he is too.
For real.
I think
I mean,
he is too.
He made out with Bobo for a vote.
Yes.
So I mean, dude, come on.
He's boy crazy.
Straight guys don't do that.
Like Marcellus. What was it like being in the house with Marcellus?
Yeah.
Did you even notice him in the house? He seemed to kind of lay low for a while.
I-
Well, until then, I know, with the infamous
Yeah.
where he said, "Don't you throw me under the bus."
Yeah, I feel like I'm on Marcellus's holy grail right now area,
are.
but so I'm not gonna say anything.
No, say it. Come on, be honest. We want to hear the real.
After that whole deal, I'm done with Marcellus.
You guys don't get. I gotcha.
That's
I gotcha. Fair enough.
Cool.
Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna take one more quick call, and then we have another short break. Joan in New Jersey, you're on with Jase.
Hey, Jase.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Sorry you got knocked off.
Thank you.
I'm really disappointed.
Love the accent, Joan.
He got knocked off.
Oh, you got knocked off.
He didn't get evicted.
Any chance of you going back in the house?
25 grand. I might make an appearance.
That's the deal.
There you go. I'd have to have
Chance
some
of you
cash to go.
going back in just to be for a nice little twist.
For a twist?
Yeah, I'd like to, I just, the house is, I mean, I know that it looks like one thing on TV, but people just don't know, and we're not babies. I mean, I'm a hardcore guy, and I mean, the place is rough. I mean, I've spent some time in foxholes in Kuwait for real.
You were a
And
soldier?
I was in the Air Force. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I didn't do my homework on you.
There's a lot we don't know about Jase. I think.
Jase is multifaceted.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
Okay, so now, Bunky, we are going to slowly start to wind down here. So if you have any questions, now is the time.
You just blew me away with I'm just near the Kuwait thing in the Air Force. Still got the uniform?
I got a whole different bag full of stuff. Flight suit, the stuff.
So
cool.
You are off the market now. I mean, it's official.
Oh, I'm done.
This is the one for you.
I'm one.
You're bringing me down.
And you get two in this one, don't you?
Yes.
You're a beautiful little girl.
And actually, we're gonna, we're ready to start trying for.
Are you
another one.
really?
Yeah.
What do you want to say to them? I'm sure they're watching.
Well, she should be working hard right now and not on.
She
here
took the day
watching.
off sick, probably.
No, she's at home. Are you kidding? We've been on the phone ever since I've been out of the
Have you?
house constantly. Yeah.
Is she happy, though, that you're coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need this.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it would have
think
been
it's great.
nice. You win Big Brother. It's a nice ass house. That's what we saw.
Right. Did you have second thoughts when Big Brother approached you and said, "Do you want to do All Stars?" You went back and forth.
Yeah.
Should I do this?
We went back and forth, and like it was just 3 weeks in. I'm like, I'm not going. I got to pull
Right.
the plug. And then we decided. When we're 70, looking back on the timeline, it won't be that bad, but it was rough.
Right. Well, yeah, and spending that much time apart, definitely not easy. But
mean-
sometimes it's nice to miss each other.
It's nice to miss
Nice.
each other, but this is extreme.
Yeah, well,
And I
this,
mean,
not even no contact at all.
But I mean, it's not just like I just hopelessly love her. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
We do absolutely everything together. So I mean, it's just tough.
You know what? I'm glad that you did go back into the house. I'm really glad you did that. And also, I think everybody that watched you on season 5, it has really been nice to see the different Jase.
It has.
I mean, it has
has.
really been nice. I got to tell you, Jase, I have to tell you, I'm very impressed with who you are
Thank you.
now. And I was
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to you coming in here today.
Thank you.
So thank you for doing it.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you coming on our show.
It's a girl. She changed my life.
They always do.
Nice
Men
to
are
meet
born through women more than once, let me tell you. All right, so that's going to be it. That is all. Thank you for tuning into House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show. We will be back here on Monday. We'll be here all week, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And everybody have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.